Okay, so it just starts sucking sand up at some point. No. No! Fuck. Dude, the fake gravity in this game. I mean, I guess you need it to be stuck on planets this small, but when you don't want to, it's hella annoying. Okay, that is the frickin' sun tower. Oh, and there goes my ship. Fuck this game. Sometimes this game doesn't make any sense. What happens? Like I was fighting the thing pulling me up, and then I somehow hit the ground so fast. So my theory is that maybe the sun station teleporter will teleport me if I stand here as opposed to in the actual room. If I stand in the line of it. Now, of course, the frickin' sand probably has to be low enough for the black hole to be visible. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, is it without sound? Oh God, and I can't stand up here because of this stupid ass. All right. The problem is I don't really know that this is what the game really wants from me or expects from me. In fact, I suspect nothing's going to happen. But who knows? See, now we kind of missed it. It's like going faster in its orbit, so we never lined up with it. So I don't even know. Like, I just stand here for a long time and hope that we line up. Like, and then if we don't, maybe I don't know if I missed the one timing right there, or if I'm supposed to do something. Puzzle design is not as easy as people think it is. Let me put it that way. Like, it just seems really hard to line up with this to begin with. Okay, that should have done it, I imagine. And it didn't. So I guess I can't do it from up here. Okay, well, we have that thing. We have an elevator. I think that's blocked by plants, yes. See, that's the insult to injury, is there isn't even oxygen in here. So like somehow I'm supposed to go around this whole hallway. Now maybe I could have done it when the sand was at exactly the right level. That was my other theory. But like last time that I found the tower, I mean, I guess we can get killed and try that. Last time that I found the tower, like this happens pretty fast. I mean, that's just all I can think is like you have to come through when the sand is halfway up and still maybe get poked a little as you try to dodge these guys while the sand is going down. Because they never like fill the entire cavity except in the doorways. See, the problem is it looks like it's going to be too hard to do anyway, but this game is not procedurally generated, no. Any programming streams in the near future? Yeah, probably in a day or two. I'm just still a little jet lagged, and still a lot of work hours are being spent, you know, catching up on emails and stuff from when I was gone. So we'll do some programming. So this part of the game was really cool the first 20 times, and now I just hate it. I just hate it. Game design is not as easy as people think it is. All right, so we have multiple problems. One, we have to land off the equator so our ship doesn't get sucked up, but we can't tell where the equator is because it doesn't give us a diagram unless we're in our spacesuit. Okay, problem number two. I mean, we could land way off the equator. We could land like near the poles. It's like, I don't know how to gauge. Well, problem number two is problem number two is I want to stay in the ship. Because last time when I tried to reach the sun tower by running around and around the planet in circles, by the time I got to it, it was already too late. Like I tried that idea that I just said about, you know, and I was just about getting it before the sand goes low, and I just couldn't find it in time. I was running around the equator in circles jetpacking. So maybe that's like unfortunate design in the timings of things. Okay, so now it's starting to... No! Since the sun tower is such an important puzzle, it is my opinion that it should be visible in the very beginning. Maybe it is, but I sure didn't just see it. I should be able to see half the planet from here, right? Where's the sun tower? Where is the sun tower? Where is the sun tower? There it is. Okay. Park off the equator. Run to the damn sun. Fuck! What is this game's problem? I landed on dust. It's literally dust. And now I'm going to probably die from over-acceleration. Okay, now I can tell I'm on the equator, because it's giving me the map. There's the sun tower. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. Okay, so the sand, we're not too late. Now the problem is we have to dodge this bullshit. No! All right. Here we go. The door is appearing. The door is appearing. Like, it's just so fast, too. Like, okay, made in Unity. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, put one right under it, guys. Thank you. All right. We have succeeded. Here is where we would open the way back to our spaceship to get more air if we had a spaceship on this planet still. So now I might just die from not having air because there's no air in this room. Is there a little plant somewhere? No, that one's dead. Okay, sun station, go. What? There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's no air here. That's great. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, well, I really wish I had more air. Wait, I didn't mean to do this. Fuck. Okay, this is cool moment. However, I'm basically screwed. Ah! Dude, why didn't that fucking thing catch me? Jesus. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that was a cool moment. Ah, all right. All right. So this... I don't think I want to go out here, but... Oh, maybe I do. Okay, so that looks like a teleporter that'll get me back, maybe? Somehow? Okay, so we know the answer to the Sun Spark Station situation. I don't understand how gravity... Oh, okay. It's a remainder statue. Oh, are you serious, dude? Why? What is the point of all the Ash Twin projection stones? What? Why did I come here? I didn't get any information that will help me in any way. Because I could have just gone and explored the comet anyway. Like, that's an obvious thing to do. I didn't get any real actionable information. I just got information that... So there isn't actually a black hole thing here, so this is not a teleporter. I don't think. It's just an observation deco. So I'd have to cross back over. Wow, this is anticlimactic. It's such a cool location. Except it's not that cool. They didn't put that much level design into it, and like... There's nothing here. Why is there a puzzle that hard to get to a place where there's nothing here? Oh, okay, don't... I guess if it's a little bit later, it's too hot out there. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, why would you put nothing behind a puzzle that hard? I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But it's not as cool as it should be. Because it was like an empty box in the sun station. Like, the cool part was getting across in the very heavy gravity. I don't... Dude, game design... It's cool that it had its own music. Alright, well, it just wants me to go to the comet like I might have done anyway. So I guess I'm going to try to smash into it. Because the front of it looks hollow. I don't know what else I would do. Because I don't think there's going to be a teleporter on it. I guess it's coming around the sun this way. Shit. I'm so tired of dying in this game. I'm so tired of it. Especially this. Just start me over, please. That's the thing. Like, games are full of these things all the time that seem cool. This is actually something that video game musicians and sound effects people have become especially aware of. Like, a sound effect or a video that is cool the first 20 times, or not video, or music piece that is cool the first 20 times rapidly becomes aggravating after that. And so good sound designers will avoid... Okay, so the problem is we've got to sort of go around the sun. You know, good sound designers will design sound to avoid that won't be repetitive and stuff. And so this game, like, it gives you this experience that's supposed to be cool, but it's super repetitive. And that makes it not cool. It makes it aggravating. Especially because every time it happens, like, the meaning of that sequence is that I'm being interrupted from whatever I was working on, right? And so it's not... There's a player psychology thing that wasn't taken seriously enough in this game, in my opinion. I mean, the game is mostly fun, but, like, it's really aggravating also. And at some point, the aggravation... Oh, geez. I'm not where I thought I was. I thought I was going the other way around the sun. All right. Oh, we missed it. Yeah, that's all I can think of to do is, like, try to smash into the front or something. Or maybe I'll just land on it. I don't know. Can I land on it? Okay, that doesn't look like a smash. That just looks like a land. Okay. It has enough gravity to land on it. How do I get out of here without dying? Okay. Oh, this is getting slowly melted by the sun. That is what the sound effect is telling me. Aha! Oh God. Go down. Okay. It's ghost matter. One of these tunnels is not like the others. Okay, it says hazard. No hazard. Hazard, okay. So this one is the safe tunnel. Okay. Okay, wait. I was trying to thrust up. I don't know why it wouldn't thrust up. I'm on a frickin' comet. The gravity should be negligible. Hey guys, I'm getting my spacesuit again. I'm getting on my ship again. Oops, let's not do that yet. Let's crash into the planet. Like, I mean, I know other people making time loop games too. And like, any game that's predicated to kill you like every 10 minutes, it's not... Unless you specifically design for difficulty, like the way Super Meat Boy does or something. You have to design for difficulty, that's all I'm saying. And you're like... Like there's all sorts of things that means, like... like if you're going to put people in action situations, the controls have to be good enough for those action situations. And the controls are weird in this game. I wouldn't say that they're like not loose and sloppy exactly, because it always responds mostly. It's just that the responses aren't tuned. Like there's lots of times when I die from smacking a surface where that, you know, is a, like I can't tell the difference between when I'm going to die and when I can't die, for example. It's like not a very discrete situation. So like there's not quite enough feedback, I guess, on the controls, which again is, I mean, it's a fine art trying to get that feedback right. So I'm not bashing the game. Because it's a good game. I'm just sort of saying that I think it could be improved in that direction. All right, so is it worth getting the game? I think so. I think it is worth it. It's just, the game is better at the beginning, is the thing, because at the beginning, fuck, am I dead? No. Okay. At the beginning, your chances of having something new to do are high at any given time because there's so much that's unexplored. Where am I? I'm on the butt side of the comic. Uh-oh. Oh, there's another shuttle. Well, I guess my ship is far away. Who needs a spaceship? All right, well, we missed our window, I guess. Or maybe it takes two rounds to melt it. This doesn't seem to be going back up. I mean, that wouldn't make sense. Has this been a stable game? Like, does it crash? It's been mostly stable. I feel like it crashed once. I died due to weird, like, super glitchy physics, like, twice. But it's mostly stable. I wouldn't... Compared to most games, it's totally fine in the stability department. May have missed my window. Well, we'll come back around. Maybe the sun won't explode by the time we get back. She had a dime for every time you heard that. Okay. So one thing so the high concept of this game, oh, I'm gonna run out of air, of course. Should I just kill myself now? Like, I'm gonna die because there's no air inside this thing. This is what I'm talking about with the game design. Like, you just die all the goddamn time for no reason. I really like the high concept of the game, like with the solar system where everything is super close. It's like the opposite of the No Man's Sky thing, sort of, and that's good. Like, games that do that kind of thing tend to be interesting. Yeah, I can't do this puzzle now. Fuck, man. This is like, so on the one hand, when you're a designer and you're designing a game like this, this kind of problem is hard to solve in some sense. I mean, I might have tuned the orbit to be a little bit shorter, but I guess the whole point of it is that it's really eccentric and goes by all the planets. Like, I feel like they compress the planets about as much as they could without the game being unnavigable. But, like, this is the kind of... If you don't solve one or two design problems like this, it's fine. But when your game is full of this problem, it's too much. And this game is really full of this problem. Like, I didn't know where on the asteroid I could go down, and I should have explored the back anyway. And I did. And, like, my spaceship was gone because it doesn't have frickin' anchors on it. Why? I don't know. Because they thought that was funny. I don't know. It's just... The game would be so much more fun if it didn't do that. If it did this half as much as it does, it would be way more fun. Half as much. If I died half as much as I actually do. And so that's, I mean, all I'm saying is when you're designing a game, you have to take this really seriously. Like, when the player is doing the things that you want them to do, if you kill them for doing the things that you want them to do, the game doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be that they felt like it had to be hard in order to have longevity or something. Like maybe in early playtests, people kept blasting through all the content and they were like, uh-oh, we have to make it harder. I understand the temptation, but I don't know if that's what actually happened, but I don't think that's the right answer. Okay, where even was I? Okay, let's not do that yet. We're going to the right of the sun. We're going to go in the comet. And we're not going to goof around on the shuttle on the back. See, the shuttle would have given me air, but the shuttle was frozen in ice. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, I don't know. Maybe there was something I could have done to get the shuttle out of ice, but I don't think so. Maybe that's the shuttle that gets called if you call the shuttle from the brittle hollow. But then it doesn't go back to the interloper. If you launch it into space, it just goes into space and floats there. And I don't know how to make it go to the interloper. It would probably be a nicer way to go there. I went the wrong way around the sun again. All right, we got to go left around the sun. Damn it, bro. All right. I think I missed. I missed. That's not good. I don't have that much time to do this. Maybe it's if I park the ship on ice, the ice kind of melts off. I don't know. Where am I even on the thing right now? Shit, I'm on the back. Fuck! No! Do not be on the back of the comet. Do not be on the back. Okay. Here we go. Okay. No hazard. Okay. Here, I do not know what to do. Like, dude, this is not funny. This is not funny. Am I supposed to try and land somewhere? What am I even looking at? Okay. Part of the hole. No, is the green bad? Like the entire hole has ghost matter. So do I try to thrust through there really fast? But that's what I did sort of last time. Like I can't tell, is the ghost matter on the ground? Like... It's a ghost matter core. Or something. Like, what am I looking at? Like, all I can think is I'm supposed to rush through there and then get out of it. And maybe I didn't go fast enough last time. I literally, like... What other possibility is there? So that it's on the ground, it's looking straight up the hole. Maybe I should get another viewpoint. So where is this? Like, what angle is this? Like, I think I just have to go through really fast. I don't... Fuck! I don't know, that said hazard for a long time, dude. That didn't, though. That only said hazard for a short time. That said hazard for a short time, I think, right? That said hazard for a hella long time. Wait. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm getting confused. No, it says hazard for a long time. Wait, I don't have oxygen here? Shit. Oops. All right. Well, that's what I'm supposed to do, is clearly just go through real fast. The problem is now I'm almost dead, so I won't survive. When I go through the actual tunnel that I'm supposed to. RIP! Or That could help me go down faster if I wanted. Maybe I was supposed to be able to see... Oh god, that there was another... That's also hazard. Like, I won't survive any level of ghost matter hazard now. I guess the right one? I'm just dead, but whatever. Guys, don't sarcastically backseat game. It's not enjoyable. And people would make snarky comments at you when they were backseat gaming you, so whatever. Yeah. Alright, so let's try that again without taking a lot of damage from... Like, the problem is, there doesn't seem to be any no hazard way. So you have to go through... You have to go through one of the ghost matter hazards, and it's just not clear. Like, measuring relative amounts of hazard is not really a thing that this game gives you good tools for, you know? Wait, where is it? Where the frick is it? Where's my guy? What am I doing? Dude! I'm on the wrong side. Whatever. So confused. All right. Look, I'm using landing mode, Mom. It's almost like I'm taking landing seriously. Almost. All right. Good thing I remembered to wear my suit. You think the top path was the right way, but instead of taking the right, you have to cross to the left. Yeah, that seems plausible. Right, maybe there is a way to have zero ghost matter. It's just hard to do with a probe or with a whatever it's called, scout. I buy that thesis. cool that they fit this much stuff into a small asteroid. Like, that must be fun level design. Okay, that's the right one. Okay. So let's see. So if we go left, it's hazard and then no hazard for a while. If we go right, it's no hazard and then hazard. But then the scout's still traveling, and then eventually hits a hazard, so I don't frickin' know, dude. Okay, so there is, you just have to do it slow enough. No! He ghost mattered himself to death. Okay, now do I suicide? Alright. Oh, made in Unity. Holy fuck, what do I do? Alright. I mean, where the scout is... Well, I don't have a spaceship anymore. Oh yeah, I can use velocity match. So there was a ball of ghost matter in here, right? Oh, god damn it, dude. Why is there not enough oxygen in this game? It's so hard to tell what I'm looking at with these probes. It's like there. Can I like probe this guy? Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to discover in the 60 seconds I have to live here. Because this game doesn't give me time to frickin' do anything. What am I looking at? Dude, this game can just jump off a cliff, dude. The ball in the original scan was just the alternate entrance to the room. That looked like something on the ground. Doesn't it? Or is that something in the air that's far away? I don't... That's my problem, is it wants you to use the scanner and the pictures are so bad, like, you can't tell what you're looking at. It's a combination of the complete lack of color and the angles. Like, I literally don't know. Is there a reason for me to go back there or not? I don't feel like I discovered anything that will let me progress in the game. So again, I'm not sure. Oh, it wants me to go to the shuttle now. All right, well, whoops. I mean, I don't know why it's saying go to the gravity cannon. Maybe there's another gravity cannon? Maybe there's one, right. It would make sense that there's like one gravity cannon per shuttle. And that's why we see all these wrecked gravity cannons on the planets. See, it's like this would be cool, except I've done this, like, I've gone to this frickin' asteroid that I can't click on. Like, a lot of times. All right. Game. At least I remembered to wear my spacesuit. So I guess we just wait for the sun to melt the shuttle out? Someone said the game is so claustrophobic it ruins the exploring feeling. I don't think that's actually true. I think it's really boring when games have giant empty worlds and say, you can explore. It's like, it's a giant empty world. Oh, God. It's a giant empty world. What is there to explore, right? Okay, well, we're now leaving the sun, and the shuttle didn't melt out ever. And now I'm going to die. Maybe I have to... So maybe the shuttle has to melt itself out by thrusting, right? So maybe it wants me to go to the gravity cannon, call the shuttle back, and then go here. Why is there a... What is that frickin' particle? It's supposed to be a snowflake particle, I guess. Right? Because it didn't melt, and now we've established that I will die before the next orbit if I stay here. Oh, and I have no ship again. Because this game thinks that's funny. See, this is what I'm saying, is you die so often through just routine investigation that the game wants you to do. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not... Like, how is I supposed to know that the sun wouldn't melt that other ice It melted the other ice. And like, it says it's on the dark side of the comet, but like, that doesn't make sense. It's in an elliptical orbit. It would have to rotate. In order to have a dark side of the comet, it would have to rotate at an uneven speed. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So the problem also is I've seen multiple shuttles. So maybe that's the shuttle that we recall from the Brittle Hollow, but I don't know, or maybe the message said that, go back to Brittle Hollow. But like, I've seen another shuttle in the game, and I thought the other shuttle was the Brittle Hollow one. Yeah, imagine somebody made Edge of Tomorrow, but you had to watch the whole thing every time. The whole, like, 2 days. That's what this game is, right? And it's unfortunate. I mean, it's not, because it's more... The spatial compaction helps with that, but... It's like, you know, I want the movie version of this, where a lot of this is edited out. All right. So we're going to go to the grav cannon, and we're going to call the thing back. And then we're going to go to the shuttle, and I guess, or the thing, and I guess we'll just land on the icy side. But then maybe our ship will ice up. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I overshot, it's true. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. It's true. Good thing I remembered my spacesuit. I mean, I could probably make that jump, but let's be safe. See, this is the Quantum Moon Shuttle. So, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. So I could launch this out into space if I pick the left one. But then I can't make it go anywhere. Yeah, we did all that a long time ago, game. So we're just kind of floating. And I have no way to pilot this. So that puts us back. That's just a warp drive that puts us back here. I mean, I feel like the only purpose of this is to tell me what to do. It's a tutorial to tell me how to go to the quantum moon, which, thanks, game. But I knew that. So go away. I said, go away. Okay, it has nothing to say about where the shuttle is now. So, like, maybe I'm supposed to be able to do something with the other two control settings on that shuttle, but I don't know what. Rip that plan. So where else are there wrecked gravity cannons, or possibly unwrecked ones? I mean, I don't think there's another working one anywhere. There is another cannon on Ash Twin. That's right, there is. That's where the other one was. I don't know if it's working or not. Possibly the note said return to Ash Twin. Or wait, or is it... Oh, Ash Twin, not... I don't know. I don't know which is which. Ash Twin. Or maybe it's Ember Twin? It's on Ember Twin, right? There it is. But does it work? You have to find out before it fills up with sand, I'm sure. Which it may be too late. Oh, it does work. Have I, like, never... I'm sure I went through here. Maybe not. Maybe I just never did this. Currently resting at the comet. Is it just trying to kill me if I go in there? Or... Fuck. Alright. I didn't make it. Ow! What did we hit? I guess the cannons... Like the ship just successfully came into the cannon. Made in Unity. Boy, sure is great that I died for doing what the game wants me to do. All right. I mean, maybe if you try to launch this shuttle, it just blows you up every time. Let's find out. I don't even know. Actually, let's try launching it. Okay. That seemed to work as advertised. Maybe I bounced off the planet because I wasn't paying attention. It's possible. That'll pull us back. Are we actually going to the thing? No. I don't know what that third thing is supposed to do. Okay, well, all I know to do now is maybe go to the comet and look at the landing site that we pulled that from. I can't get out this way, can I? No. Oh, that's that doorway, I think. Anyway. No, I want to go into my ship. Okay. Well, it's going to be cold. If it also wants us to have hit a window where it's near the sun, that'll be annoying. Looked like I was going to the Interloper, and when I triggered the right one, it went off course. Maybe. I don't know, but I don't know how the game would expect me to know that. Because with the other shuttle, it was just floating in empty space, and there's no feedback. So I don't know, maybe. RIP. Well, that was an exciting idea. I don't know. I feel like all this stuff that we're doing is just BS that we're not supposed to be doing. Like, I feel like we won the game 10 hours ago. Like this is all, none of the things we've been doing for like 5 hours matter at all, right? They're all just filling in. Ash Twin Project. Am I supposed to get there? Black Hole Forge, I feel like I'm supposed to be able to get to, but like even if I get to these, I don't know if it matters. Like I went there, I did all the things. Dude, don't spoil it. Dude, okay. Don't tell me what's last and what's not last, or I will ban you, please. Thank you. If you play games for people, they don't get to play the game. Oh my god. Why do I read chat? Yeah, like I don't really know what it wants from me. Like that was a bummer. The sun station was a bummer. This one would just take me to Ember Twin. These ones, there's no real point. I mean, I guess I could go to Ash Twin without flying the spaceship there by using that teleporter. If you can initiate it from the other side. Which is cool, but do I care? No. I don't think so. So I don't really have any idea how to get in there. It would have to be a teleport of some kind. But there's not, so all teleports are visually lined up, and there's not even, there's not like a wall, there's not like a landing place. And then there's this one, which is a advanced warp core. So it seems like, hey, this would be connected to Ash Twin Project in some way, which is why it's so annoying that I can't get in there. Like, am I supposed to do this as a jumping puzzle? It's the worst jumping puzzle ever, if so. It's... seems to be telling me that that is what I have to do. Okay, so I need to get a warp core from here. I need to bring it here, probably. Right? So maybe the whole quantum moon thing is actually a wild goose chase. Why would that be? And you're supposed to use the coordinates here to go to the eye thing? Like, as far as I can tell, all I can do at this point is to try and do this jump on top of the black hole forge over and over and over and try to get the timing right. Which seems really stupid. Like, I don't know what else to do. That's where we're at in this game right now. There's literally... We have a whole universe. And all we know how to do is jump up and down on an elevator. That's not an elevator. I have looked at the ceiling. There's a teleporter on the ceiling. Yes, I know this. Okay? There's nothing that it connects to that I've ever seen. There's nothing that it can connect to because the black hole is opposite it. So, like, there's no line of sight. Yes, there's a switch that... Oh, God. Okay, so first of all, don't tell me the answer because I'll ban you from the channel, first of all. So don't do that. Secondly, yes, I've noticed all these things. They don't tell me anything useful to do as far as I can tell. Now, maybe there's some obvious connection of these things. But, like... I don't know. Maybe I have to stop doing gaming streams if people are going to be in this mindset where they just say, here's how you win the game. Like, I don't even want to look at chat right now because people started saying things. So I'm not going to. We've been here a million times. There's a teleporter there. Okay. The way teleporters work in this game is you stand on a thing that's at the opposite side from the teleporter. Okay? Well, it doesn't matter now because the game's going to end. But, like, the opposite side of this teleporter is this giant fat black hole. Look how big that thing is. Oh, God. So... I mean, maybe I'm supposed to go to the opposite side of the planet and look for a thing on the South Pole. But that would be going through a giant black hole, which seems weird. Okay? This thing, if I push the switch, goes up there. So maybe I'm supposed to push the switch to make it go up there, but then go to the observatory or whatever's on the South Pole. But it doesn't make sense because there's a black hole in the way. You can't tell, like, what? Right, so what I've been trying to do is just jump on top of that, which I did manage to do one time. It's really... doesn't look like it's made to be able to jump on. Although maybe, like those horizontal struts. But then why is there a frickin' teleporter there? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So last time, like, I jumped on that, and then I tried to jump on the gravity floor, and, like, it failed to catch me. I got close enough that the trees refueled my air, but the gravity floor didn't work. Maybe if I fall into the black hole while looking at that white hole, I guess the game's about to be over, right? Or no, maybe not. Maybe we're not that far. Like maybe if I look at that white hole while I fall into the black hole below, I will go there? Does that make any sense? It doesn't? But I don't know what else to try. Maybe it doesn't really require line of sight. Maybe it's just that in the observatory there's a thing with a black hole. I don't know. I literally don't know. What do I think is the most likely? Okay, I feel like the observatory is the most likely. I don't think I have time to get there, but... Okay, wait, how do I get to the observatory? I don't even know. Because isn't this one of the destinations on the way? Like if I go to the Nexus thing, it's going to be like, come to one of these places. See, there's that map, but it's in the Nexus thing. Alright. Whatever. Look how big and purple the sun is now. I guess I know where it is. It's at the South Pole, right? I should have got air in my ship, but I didn't. So now I have to go visit this guy. Okay. Observatory is opposite Hanging City. We know this. Alternately, what planet was the thing on where you could pick up the warp cores? But the warp cores are paired, right? Like you don't just... And how does this make any sense? There's an elevator that goes straight up from the black hole. Like, I never understood that. How are you supposed to ever use that? Is that like a last-ditch escape? I supposed to get to the South Pole from here, man? Using stuff that has collapsed? Rip. So this is the problem with this game. Like, I have this idea of what to try that I don't even, it has a low probability of success because it's just a random guess at what might be the solution to this puzzle. And it's so hard to execute it. Because of all the roadblocks that this game sets up. Why would I take that down into the black hole? Doesn't seem prudent. Oh. Yeah, you can't tell how wide things are. Okay, where even am I? Like the black hole spatial effect is... I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, rip, right? I give up. I don't know. Okay, the one that I could still try, except that I can't now. Oh God. Okay, well now I can't do anything because whatever. So now I try all that again, except earlier in the timer so that I could actually go to the observatory, which I haven't been to in forever, so I don't even remember if it's hard to get into in some way. But like, if there was a... Maybe there's an empty one at the observatory and you have to get a core. And it's not that the actual things are paired, but that the mountings are paired. I literally don't know. All right, this is the last attempt because it's a work day and it's time to go to work eventually. Yeah, like, the thing is, when the cost of experimentation in a game is so high... So one of the things that I don't like about this game is a lot of the dialogues, like, just tell you things. Like, here's what to do to get to this location and whatever, right? Like, ideally, the game wouldn't do that. The thing is, when the cost of experimentation is so high, people can't really experiment so it's too hard for them to discover things themselves, and then you have to tell them the answer, right? So, okay. So we're going to go, even though, like, it seems to me like the kind of puzzle that a game designer would design to have to flip the gravity thing first so that you can teleport to the place and then come back, right? So I'm assuming that that's the thing to do. Ow. We're going to try that. But these are the kind of things like, whoops, it's on that level. Like that's really what game design is about. Once you get past the beginner, like the beginner level of game design is just like understanding what kinds of things you can do. But when you get more advanced, it's managing things like this. It's like, oh, my cost of experimentation is too high. How do I mitigate that while keeping the game interesting or whatever? Or not even mitigate it. How do I, because mitigate is the wrong mindset. How do I modify the way the interactivity works to let people experiment? All right. So, and it's hard with this game because it's conceived with so many like timed things. Like, that's sort of supposed to be what's cool about this game is all the timed stuff. The problem is that's anti-experimentation, so then what do you do? As a designer, what do you do? And, well, I don't know exactly. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I am saying it's the game designer's job description. Let's try going the other way to the quantum tower. Because that's less annoying to get to. I could have just flown out on the surface to the quantum tower. That would have been easier. Probably. Oh. I always feel like there's maybe something on that side that I've been missing. Okay, so from here... Oh, great! Made in Unity. Rip? Is that a rip? Like, I'm supposed to be able to get to those. Fuck this game, dude. Like, what? Am I mistaken that that wasn't the thing that I was supposed to go across? Like, what? Whose idea is that to, like, randomly make that disappear? What? In what way does that make the design better? All right, well. Okay. I'm going to go this way again. Oh, except we're frickin' running out of air. Whatever. We're just gonna hope we don't run out of air and die. Fuck, dude. How do we turn those on? How do we get to those? I don't even know. Here we go. All right. Oh, this is the one where we have to do jumps and stuff. All right. Again, I'm doing all this stuff. It's probably not going to work. This is probably not a good guess about what I'm supposed to do. Now what? Rip, did a piece just fall that I need to step on now? Oh no, gravity wall, okay. Blue on blue. That's the thing, it's been a long time since I've been here. So I forgot. Oh God! That's a rip. Alright, thanks everybody for coming by. See, that's the thing, is I messed up. I walked outside the blue crystal area. I wasn't even able to verify whether that attempt at solving the puzzle was even the right attempt. So I got no information out of that 15 or 20 minutes of play. And I have no better idea than to go try it all again. I guess I could go straight to the observatory and then see if there's a warp thing there. Which would be a little bit faster. I don't know. How do I feel about my laptop these days? It is bad. I want to get a new one. All new laptops are also bad, but they're maybe less bad because this one just has, it has some kind of like very core speed issue where it runs like molasses like frequently for no reason. So yeah. Yeah, man, I'm getting frustrated by this game at this point. I will tell you that. Didn't I get an X1 Extreme a few months ago? It was last year, and it's garbage. It's a terrible laptop. Do not buy one. It's terrible. The elevator thing that you were trying to jump on top of, could you not fly the ship up there instead? Yeah, I guess I could just land the ship at the teleporter. Why am I that stupid? All right, we have to go do this. Because you know what? I did that before. All right, one last round. I did that before, and then I concluded that it wasn't correct for some reason, but I guess you just can. You could just land your ship there. You do have an X1 Extreme. My condolences. That laptop is terrible. So that's the thing, you know, the first time, I think I maybe even did successfully set foot up there at one point. Now that I remember back. And the thing is, it just feels so clumsy to try to fly around in there because you're bumping into things all the time. It feels like the wrong thing to do. So I think I concluded in my head, oh, that's the wrong thing to do. But it might be the right thing to do. What's terrible about it? I mean, maybe I've got a defective laptop, but it runs really slowly all the time in a way that feels like a core system issue. Like, web pages don't even scroll at speed. Like, it lags when I scroll in Chrome. And, like, if I'm unplugged and running anything in 3D, it's really, really slow. Like, the whole system becomes kind of unresponsive sometimes. It's just bad. It feels like the chipset is, like, messed up in some way. So it might, I mean, maybe there's like a thermal paste problem or like, I don't know, but that's their job. Their job is to give me a laptop. If I buy one for $4,000, it had better not have a thermal paste problem. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh wait, I don't want to get out, I want to fly in. I want to fly in, I want to land on the bridge like I often do. Where is the frickin', there it is. There might be a better place to go in than this, but I don't really know of one. Ow. See, like, even that, it's like it feels like the wrong thing to do to be flying your ship around in here. Like, why does this have air, by the way? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's this tree right here that's being watered. Okay. It is not the interior of the building that does that. It's the tree. that does make sense. All right. Where's my... See, this visual design on this should call it out much more. It should be much more distinct from the background, because I'm always looking around and I'm like, where's the thing? Okay. So I guess the thing is, last time I went to go land up there, I didn't have the rotation control in my brain very well. So you have to like flip your ship over is the thing. Where is it? Where is it? What am I even looking at? Where is it? That was almost a rip right there. Dude, gravity is so high. Well, I guess I could just do it this way. All right. Yeah, see, you can't land here because you're falling down. See, this looks like a gravity walkway, but it isn't. This screwed me up before, too. Like it... Rip. That's what happened to me last time, actually. I remember now. I was just more confused because I was much newer to the game. You did the same. I can definitely land there. I don't know. After 2 failures, I don't know. Maybe I have to land on the teleporter? It's so bad. Like that... Those are supposed to be gravity floors. That is the language that the game has taught me. I don't know. All right, that's a rip. We'll try again later. Is at the bottom of the warp with another way in? Well, I was trying to figure that out for a long time. I feel like yes. I feel like the answer is it's probably at the observatory, but I just spent 3 trips trying to go to the observatory, and it didn't really work out. Did I refresh the windows? Refreshing windows works. No, I didn't, because I shouldn't, like, again, if I pay somebody $4,000, it's not my job. It's not my job to make sure the thing that I paid for is worth what I paid for it. It's their job, right? So, like, and they've given me so many, like, patches and whatevers. Can I send it back? I don't know. At this point, it's probably too late. We went to this planet first by mistake, and there was another building outside with circular stairs. That's the quantum tower thing, probably. There's a number of buildings on the surface of that planet. I don't know what's going on. Like those grav walkway, the grav walkway floor, like it looks dirty or something, but is that supposed to mean it's not active? I don't know. There's just too much uncertainty around this puzzle, and there's too much, the cost of experimentation is too high. It's not good. It's not a good puzzle for those reasons. It almost looks like snow or frost. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how to interpret what I'm looking at, and that's part of the problem, is that there's several different things and I don't know how to interpret any of them. So what are we going to do next time we play? We're going to try to land there again, I guess, because someone says you can. You think I wasn't close enough to the ground to be grabbed by the ground? I was real close to the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's the sort of thing, again, so when you make a puzzle hard, or not even a puzzle, when you make a sequence hard in a game, right? It has to be tuned in accordance with how hard it is, right? And like tuned in a way, the tuning is not just about difficulty. It's about communicating to the player whether they're on the right track or on the wrong track, right? So like, the fact that I was basically on top of that thing and not being grabbed by it, like there's no communication to me. Like so there, one way that you could tune it would be like, hey, you just need to land more perfectly than that, but this is the right thing to do, right? And the way you would communicate that is like, maybe I would sort of feel the force from the things, but it wouldn't be enough or whatever, right? I don't know. I don't know how you would do it. Again, it's the game designer's job description to figure out a way to do that, and it's not always easy. I don't know a good answer exactly. I'm suspecting that those are still enabled, but they're just weaker than the regular ones, and that's why they look funny, is that they're kind of decayed. But the thing is, I don't remember seeing any decayed ones elsewhere in the game, so it's not like I can learn what that means. If there is such a thing, it's a one-off that's like obscure somewhere, right? So like if I'm supposed to know what that, if I knew what that meant for sure, right? If I knew from earlier in the game, oh, that pattern on the thing means it's decayed, and so you have to hit it really perfectly or else you won't stick. Then I would have more certainty about what to do in the puzzle, right? But introducing that as a one-off in a thing where you already don't really know what you're supposed to do, and where there's already this super frustrating black hole that you've fallen through like 500 times in a game that kills you too many times already anyway, Like, it's just the combination is not right. And so and when there's so much ambiguity about other, like, I almost successfully, in fact, I did basically the same thing. The first time I tried to jump on the black hole forge, I jumped onto it. And then it was pretty far from that to the roof. But I did it, I thrusted up to the roof. And again, the floors didn't grab me when I felt like I should have been close enough. Like, I was close enough that the trees gave me air and the floor didn't grab me. So I don't know, maybe that's the right way to get up there, and it's just hard. Like, there's just too many degrees of freedom in what to think about, and there's no communication from the game about what's the gradient of the right thing to do, right? I've had no feedback of, yes, this is correct. And that is a design flaw, in my opinion. And it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a flaw in a game where there's lots of stuff to do, but we've gotten down to the point where this is the only thing, as far as I could tell. And so it becomes a very serious flaw. Are there any of the puzzles where this strategy has been the correct answer? No. But this game is full of one-offs. Like, this is not a systemic game, right? It's not a game where you learn one or two systems and then those systems, well, it almost is. The problem is that the systems are never that important. The most consistent thing is well, let's not even say that. There's like the gravity crystals on the ground. Those are pretty consistent. But then there's the walkways, which are a different thing and have like a different range of effectiveness and stuff, which is confusing. And again, like I was saying, the fact that this one is decayed and looks weird makes it a one-off. It makes it no longer systemic. It's like, I don't know what it means. I don't know if I'm supposed to ever stick to it or not. And so this is not really, aside from like ship flight dynamics, this is not really the kind of game where there's systems that you learn to interact with effectively. It could be. It's close to that. It has all these things. But they're tied together kind of with if statements and not with systems. I don't know how to describe it. They're just tied together with, not with code if statements, but the design version of if statements. So this doesn't give you much to think about when you go to solve a puzzle. Right, exactly. So Alan Hinchcliffe said, no feedback means you need a fast experimentation iteration loop. Yes, right? That is one way to compensate for this, is like, if the cost of experimentation were much lower, like Super Meat Boy, then you can get by better with having less feedback, right? There's not like one right answer to what the game should be. There's a space that you tweak the design parameters of until you get something that's in a good area. And that is, I feel like this game, to me, it's been very frustrating at times. It's been really fun at times. But especially at this part late in the game, the frustration is outweighing the fun, and by a lot, by really a lot. And I don't think I'm especially dumb. Like, maybe I just haven't done the right thing, but I feel like if I haven't done the right thing, a lot of people will not do the right thing. And so it's something that could have been handled better. That's all. But again, I don't know exactly, because I don't know what the intention is for the puzzle. I don't exactly know what to do there. So Yeah. The most consistent thing is you die every 22 minutes. That is true, except no, because you die before 22 minutes a lot of the time. Yeah. Anyway, it's an interesting game. I recommend people play it. It's more interesting than most games that come out, right? It's on the Epic Store. There might be other places that you could get it. We're going to play again later after the workday, probably. I don't know, man. There's a point in many games, actually, where you're just banging your head against the wall and you're just like, I want to get past this part that I hate. That's where I'm at right now. So it's nothing unique to this game. Lots of games are that way, but more games were that way like back in the 90s and 2000s. It's not a common thing for them to be that way. It's getting into old school adventure game territory a little bit. I mean, the fact that there's a highly visible teleporter there tells me that I'm supposed to be trying to use the teleporter. That's what that tells me. But again, every other teleporter in the game involves two opposite things that can see each other. And they teleport when they can see each other. And there's no way for anything to see that because there's a giant black hole in the way. But again, I mean, so that's the thing. So I feel like I should be able to land on that roof. It's not working. I feel like the game designer wants me to teleport to it because those teleport things are so visual and so huge and bright. And it's like it's the main thing that you see, right? So the game designer is telling me to teleport to it. The thing is, I don't know. I literally don't know where to teleport from. I guess, again, if I put on my game designer, guess what the other game designer is thinking hat, the right answer is to go to the observatory and somehow teleport from there. But if there was a way to do that, I probably would have done it before. Unless I just didn't do the right thing of standing in the middle and looking up or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do next time we play. I'm not going to try to land up there because it feels like it's designed to be teleported to. And it's just, again, if you're going to do that, then don't collapse the path to the observatory in the first 5 minutes of the game when all I've done is gone there and thrown the switch and then started to go to the observatory. But that feels like the right answer to me. Right, and that's the other thing is there's so many teleporters. But all the other ones, I think, could only... There's two teleporters on this planet, first of all, which makes it confusing. There's one on the surface facing the other way. And I wasn't sure for a long time if this was just like the back side of that one, but it's not. I don't think it is. I think it's like you're supposed to teleport to it from somewhere else on the inside of the planet. I think the designer did that and thought it was a smart, cool thing. So we're going to try that again. Have I played the Talos Principle? Yes. Maybe a planetary alignment thing. I don't think so. The problem, again, you would only be able to teleport to it after the planet fell apart, mostly. Like, I thought about that. Like, maybe you use the teleporter from Ash Twin but like how do I make sure I go to the right one? It's tuned to send me to the other one on the surface. And like wouldn't the black hole get in the way anyway and I wouldn't be able to see that one if I was on the other side? Maybe. Again, though, we've confirmed that the visual effect of the black hole is way bigger than it actually is. I don't know. There's just too many, like, it's too confusing. There's just too many things to think about. Maybe teleport through the black hole exit. I never tried that. I never tried falling through the black hole while looking up at the thing. But I don't think that's how anything else works. I think they're paired. I feel like falling through the black hole is always going to send you to the white hole. Is one good thing about the die every 22 minutes that it's a way of unsticking the player from leaves in the giant tree of caverns and things. Maybe backtracking would be even more annoying. I mean, maybe, but just give me a teleport back to my ship button. You know, maybe. Maybe that ruins some things. I don't know, but I mean, the planets are small. Backtracking, I've spent way more time walking around being confused than I have backtracking. Like, backtracking when you know what you're doing, that doesn't take that long. So one of the NPCs teaches you how to meditate to end the loop. On the main planet? Oh, it's one of the... I guess it's got to be the only other guy who knows the time loop thing. I don't even remember what... Like, here's the thing, is most of the dialogue doesn't do anything. Most of it's flavor dialogue that goes by really slowly, and I just click through it, and I'm annoyed. Like the guy on Hollow Ember, I went back there off stream, and I told him about the 9 different things that I'd discovered, trying to get some traction in the game moving forward, and like he just had stupid things to say about all of them that didn't do anything. And so having one NPC tell you one thing that does something is, again, not good design when most of it is noise and flavor text. So I don't feel bad for missing out on that. Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying I know it's not that guy. It's the other. But the other guy also just said stupid flavor text most of the time, right? So that's what, like, if you're expecting me to actually go through every brute force search every dialogue option when most of them don't do anything, it's like, okay, I guess I can go do that. But again, that's bad design. It's a design mistake that you should know better than to make as a designer. So I don't fault me for not having picked that dialogue option. Although I guess next time I see that guy, I'll try and do it. I don't even remember where he is. Because there's like at least 3 other guys. I could probably see it in the ship's computer. Tornado Planet guy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of the game at this point, which I don't want to be. I want to really like the game because it's a cool game. It's very creative. Like the feeling when you first take off on the ship and go to these like little Prince-sized planets and you can get to them really fast and the solar system is really dense. Like, oh, that's really cool. I like that. It's just some of this other stuff is really rough and hard to deal with at some point. So, yeah, I have mixed feelings about the game, despite really liking it. And oh my God, when I have to... Let's not even talk about when I have to go back and enter the coordinates into that machine with the frickin' gamepad controls. That's going to be terrible. Terrible. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, I kind of wonder... if I was designing a game like this, let's not even say it's this specific game. Let's get more general, where it's a game where you explore a lot non-linearly, which I think is good. It's very good of this game to try and be as non-linear as possible. Again, that leads to this trade-off where a lot of the things you discover are redundant with what you already know. But, again, it's not an easy problem to solve that either, without ruining the world. So the question is, how do you avoid the inevitable thing that happens once people have done most of the things that there are to do, and they get down to just like the one or two things? Like, even if it's massively nonlinear, as people successfully do stuff, it becomes linear if you're required to do all these things. I guess that's what I'm annoyed about, is there's so many things that were totally optional. Like the sun station was like, there was no reason to go there, but it was cool. So I guess, I don't even know if this is equivalent of the sun station, if I'm going to do all this work to get there and there's no reason to have gone there or not. That will really tilt me if that's the case. But like, assuming that it is a linear dependency on my way of getting to the end game, how do you avoid that, right? So in something like The Witness, we avoid that by just saying, you need 7 out of the 11 things, and that's enough, right? And so you don't ever get into this super grindy way unless you're being a completionist. And then we just try to design the puzzles to be as tractionable as possible, but it's hard, especially when you make a big game full of things and you don't know what people are going to find easy and what they're going to find hard. At some point it just becomes very difficult to make everything perfect, right? Perfect, if there was such a thing. So with this game, I guess that's what I would have done, is had 2 or 3 ways to access whatever the dependency is that I need. And I feel like most of the game is that way, but this part isn't. Maybe I'm just not able to see it. Again, maybe there are 2 or 3 ways to access, but I can't tell. I can't tell what other thing I would go to try to accomplish this. So, yeah. I mean, I do recommend the game. Like I said, it's creative, it's enjoyable. It's just, man, it's also... I feel like it really would have benefited from some of these decisions being made a different way. And again, I don't know exactly what, because it's not my game. I haven't spent a long time thinking about it, but was Witness always 7 out of 11, or was it 11 out of 11 or 7 out of 7 at one point? No, it was always you don't need all of them. That was the design. Because again, I wanted to avoid this problem, this perceived problem. Again, I don't know as the player whether there's something else I can do besides get in Black Hole Forge. I don't know. But assuming there's not, that's the thing that we were designing around in The Witness. And so it was always going to be less than the maximum. The question is, like, how much less than the maximum? It sort of depends on how many areas there are, which was in flux throughout development. So, once there were 11 areas, I was like, yep, 7 seems about right. You can dial that up or down, right? You could make the game harder by making it 8, 9, or 10. 10 seems like way too many. I could have made it 9. But again, I didn't feel like hard was the most important thing. So, it's substantially more than half, but not all. You don't think I will enjoy the rest of this end game? We'll see. I mean, the main thing, again, the problem is just the lack of clarity. Like when it's totally nonlinear and you can do anything you want, then lack of clarity is fine because you're exploring. You're doing whatever you want, right? But when you're out of things to explore and it's like the game just wants you to do a certain set of things, lack of clarity is not good. Because now there's just a big space that I'm unclearly meandering around, right? And like things that here's my problem is multiple things that feel like they should have been super important haven't been. And it's unclear. The game hasn't communicated to me whether they are steps that I will eventually utilize in some way or not. So like Sun Station was cool, didn't matter. Was hard, it was hard to do, didn't matter, right? Quantum Moon was cool, hard to do in a sense, in a different sense. It wasn't action hard, it was puzzle hard, or puzzle interesting. It was a sophisticated puzzle. Didn't matter as far as I could tell. Like, literally learned nothing from that helped me progress in the game as far as I could tell. That said, that one time we were there, that last time it glitched out, and so I couldn't ask the guy all the combinations of every question because one of the tiles was embedded in the rock. But although, again, I'm assuming that shouldn't be required, but then again, we just said that one of the guy's dialogues told you the meditation thing, so I don't know. Yeah, I feel like to start with, if I was tuning this game, I would make the oxygen timer longer. I don't know how much longer. Like 50% longer, maybe. At least. Like a lot longer. And I would make it like I die too much from direct impacts. I feel like, so I would change the curve of how much an impact injures you versus outright kills you a little bit. But again, those are tweaks, and often tweaks are not the right way to make. I mean, tweaks go a long way, but often you want to change something basic about how things are being done. But if those tweaks had happened, I wouldn't be as frustrated from dying so many times by being confused. And then when I get to something like this that I'm confused on, it's less frustrating because the game has worn me down less, right? And so that's important. That would be a good thing to do here. Feels like the puzzles were designed before the oxygen mechanic was added. I don't think so. But I'm not sure, maybe. Yeah, I would have also, like the afterburner thrust, it's a little too expensive. Because you have to use it all the time, and it took me too long to figure out how to use it in the first place. I mean, maybe I never did the 0G cave tutorial. Maybe that tells you how to do it. For some reason, I was just annoyed by that and kept walking by. Anyway, people, I like to think about design, pause and think, how would I do things? Yeah, it's an interesting game. What am I working on today? Compiler stuff, probably a little bit of game stuff, and probably a little bit of managing the company because I've been gone for a while. A lot of emails have stacked up. Yeah, I mean, the Scout feels like it's too annoying. I feel like the Scout needs to be a live updated render in order to be good, especially for gameplay. Like for gameplay, they say like, hey, for quantum stuff, you're observing the thing if you're observing the photo or whatever. And it's like, no, not unless it's like a live feed, right? Maybe it used to be a live feed and they changed it for optimization purposes, but that's when you just have to make your own game. And like this game should be able to run at like hundreds of FPS on my machine. So then you just pay some of that to render the scene twice if there's a Scout, right? And then you have a live video feed from it. That would be a lot better. That's one of those places where optimization matters because, if you're in good control of your engine and you're able to make it go fast, you can do things that you couldn't otherwise. And that would be good because a lot of things would have been less frustrating with a live video feed and would have been cooler. Like seeing the Scout zoom through the strange matter tunnel comet thing would have been cool. And like trying to I mean, I still don't know if there's like a circle of strange matter in that room or not. I suspect not. I suspect it's like a visual illusion and it's one of the exits, but maybe not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell from the poor picture of the thing. This is the thing. It's like I'm confused so often in this game. I just don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, if the Scout was a video feed, so much stuff would be cooler. And then you could still have it be like maybe black and white and staticky, but because things are moving, your brain would be able to put together more of a sense of what's happening. And like if it was a continuous rotation of the view, like right now it's like a take pictures every 15 degrees or whatever. So it's hard to rotate it in a way that makes sense. But if you could rotate it continuously and you just got a feed, that would be cool. Right? So that's one of the ways. I don't know for sure that it's a technical limitation why they didn't do that, but I feel like it is. I feel like they felt like the game was going to be too slow. It's what happens. How would I compare this with games like Myst? I don't know. It's very different. Like the fact that this game is very nonlinear makes it very much not like. Well, Myst is pretty nonlinear actually. It's actually it's an interesting point. I mean, in Myst, you have like a hub world that goes to other worlds, and you can do the worlds in any order, which was very good design, by the way. Like, people bag on Myst, especially back in the day. Like, games journalists like to say that Myst was a poopy game or whatever. And it's like, okay, it does have this thing where some of the puzzles are very, read the designer's mindy, but they're not that bad. And especially for when the game was made. And it was very good. The nonlinearity of the design was very good, especially for when the game was made. It was very forward-thinking. The only thing I would say about Myst also, though, is, again, when you have nonlinearity, you have like lack of clarity. Like, the player doesn't necessarily know that the worlds are self-contained. The player doesn't necessarily know that they don't need information, that they don't need to throw a switch on one and then go to another one or whatever. So maybe in hindsight, more clarity would have helped Myst a lot. I don't know how you would do that. Again, it's hard, but you could maybe think about it. But yeah, Myst, I think, didn't get enough credit back when it came out for how many things it does well. Among game journalists, at least. Like, players love the game, right? So I guess this game is kind of like, it's a little bit like an open world Myst, except the worlds are not as self-contained exactly. Because there's information, there's a lot of information connecting. There's more dependencies between them. Uru was extremely obscure. I didn't ever play Uru. All right, enough talking about game design. It's time for me to go to work. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. We will probably play this again tonight and try to get further. Let's see if somebody else is playing the game. Let's see if we can host somebody. Let's see how well the Epic Games Store is doing. There are some other people playing. Let's look for someone who speaks English. This guy's doing Quantum Planet. This guy's doing... do we want to do Quantum Planet or Freaky... Freaky Anglerfish? I don't know. Let's take a peek at a couple of these. Okay, so he doesn't... Oh, he does know. He knows what's going on. He doesn't know about the north thing. He hasn't totally figured it out. All right.
When I come into this area.
That could be a fun stream.
Not die. Not die.
Oh, the artificial gravity broke? How did that happen? That's weird. All right. So she's maybe further in the game. I don't know. This guy's also in the same place. Okay. Let's do this dude. Well, he has a lot of viewers. I don't know. Do we give more viewers to the person who has a lot of viewers? Or do we give viewers to the 12 viewers? No camera.
Hello.
I feel like it's better to host someone with a camera. All right, we're going to host the dude with a camera. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you later.
Give me a hit. I can't get entangled with this rock right here. Every time I come to this moon, I'm like stuck in the door. That is weird that I'm on the other side.